All right, we're recording.
Previously on how the arts were won. Well, I'm gonna do that in like a deep voice that's like manly, like
previously on how the arts were won.
Honestly, you just got to start and you got to go, I'm going to figure it out as I do it.
It's a little double-edged sword calling it Race the Movie the Play because it's so all-encompassing that I think when people read it sometimes, they go like, well, you didn't solve racism at the end. And we're like, well, I mean, we're kind of trying to just make a comedy.
And then like a sound effect, like, pew, pew, pew. And Cristian pops in and says something charming.
Look, man, I'll get to it when I get to it, all right?
And then you do another sound effect, like transition. And then you can pick one of my, there's so many good quotes that I had in the last episode. Little tap back, and I'll say, do you want to be friends? And you slip that one in, and then I'll pop in with, in our debut episode, we spoke with writers and comedians, Bret, Raybould, and Cristian Duran, who discussed their upcoming play, Race, the Movie, the Play, performing this month in New York City.
Yes. Wonderful.
That's professional. I think that awards are forthcoming.
By the way, that's one of my favorite things for unsuccessful comics to say is when unsuccessful comics on stage will go, what are you going to cancel me? And it's like, dude, you're like me. We're at an open mic, bro. Like, what straw man are you yelling at in your head that doesn't exist? I have a theory that I think the Time Magazine Person of the Year should be literally a straw man. I think it should be a straw man because that's like what everyone almost wants someone who disagrees with them to be, is like the dumbest, most insane. And the thing is, you can find that person out there. There is enough of them. And because they're stupid, they probably put their voice out there, because most of us smarter, more rational people are like, I don't need to talk about everything all of the time. But
That's hilarious. Most of Twitter is like that. It's like, well, I'm probably going to get canceled for this. Like, you live in Weehawken in your parents' basement, and you have 47 followers.
And the rest sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. Let's hear your tag, Chris.
No, I was just going to say the rest of Twitter is like, I'm going to cancel you.
Yeah.
And then there's Elon Musk.
Oh my God, I was just going to say.
The most insufferable of them all.
And we get him here in Texas. So y'all should just come visit.
Austin, did you say?
Yes, Austin, I did.
So it's funny talking to stand-ups about Austin, because I was talking to a couple comics a couple days ago and at a show that didn't get off. Killing it.
Where?
The show did not get off. It was in Brooklyn, and they didn't have enough people. But they were comics I respect, and if it's comics I respect whose show doesn't get off, I'm like, it's nice to be here. But if it's comics I don't respect, I'm like, I'm all right, guys.
All right, come on,
get it together. But they were telling me about Austin. They were there for a month because they were like, screw it, let's just go see what it's about. And they went, and they were like, oh my God, every one of those awful comics who, because Joe Rogan in that like sphere is like their hub now. Yeah. So many of the awful comics who like things for the wrong reason moved there. And they were like, I know there's a lot of comics, but it doesn't mean it's a hub.
No, definitely not.
That's honestly funny. One of them said, this is what they were telling me a story. And they said they saw a comic go on stage and tilted his eyes up in the very offensively stereotypical Chinese fashion. Okay. And then just do a Chinese voice. And then when he got off stage, my friend goes, dude, what was that? And the guy goes, I don't know, man. I just think it's like funny to do that. And it's like, what? Are you even being ironic? And first off, that attempt at ironic racism is so bad and ungraceful that it's like god awful. Yes. But like, good Lord. It's like, you are the worst, bro.
Those comics are so funny to me because our podcast is called Oh Dear, because when I would do open mics, you do open mics as a comic, you sit and watch a bunch of other comics go up. And sometimes a comic will go up with the machete comics, as we call them. They're all edge and no point. They have nothing to say, but they're just trying to be edgy for the sake of edgy. So they'll say something like, women need a whatever stupid fucking thing that comes after that. And
be in the kitchen.
Yeah, like whatever
women
that
belong
is. And
barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Yeah.
Go off, Michelle. Go off.
No, but whenever one of those people, guys, let's just say guys, any one of those guys would come up and say something like that, I would just reflexively always go, oh dear, after their joke. Because it just feels like, who are you trying to, like, it's a room full of comedians. Who are you trying to fucking wig out, man? Like, I just reply like their grandmother, like, oh dear.
But I've been at shows or mics. I've been at even just an open mic years ago. This is when punching Nazis was more like in the cultural dialogue. I remember at the open mic, the host of it started. We're in like Williamsburg, hipster Brooklyn. We're in the most hipster. Everyone's in that cool jean jacket with that freaking cool like hat. And Scott, and I remember the host goes, listen, right now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a Nazi, you can get the fuck out. And it was applause. Like, first off, what a brave stance in this room. Like,
wouldn't it be great if everybody left?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I was like,
sorry. I wanted to work on some comedy, some of my classic Nazi comedy.
Whoever stands up and leaves quietly is the only person in comedy going to make it. It's the only funny person in the room.
The Twitter amateur comics, they're not comics. They're just Twitter comedians who try the very easy post. Exactly like what you said. It's like, if you're a Nazi, just stop following me altogether. Like, oh, really?
All right.
What a brave
10,000 likes.
Yeah, 10,000 likes. It goes viral.
And a deal from Showtime.
Yeah.
I just like Nazis.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, all those types of comedians, and like, those are the first ones to try to like cancel people or whatever. And again, it's like, whatever, like, some people deserve to be canceled, but at the same time, I always laugh at them because like, we're all writers. Like, those people, they're usually kind of like writers. If you check their bio, it's like blogger or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it always feels like whenever they try to cancel somebody, I'm like, it's not like Highlander. Like, you don't just get their job when you cancel them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't just slot you in. Like,
what is the human impetus to be that social justice warrior?
I honestly think, and here's why. I think there's like In the Heights controversy, the movie In the Heights that came out, and there was controversy because Afro-Latino. I'm Dominican. I'm Afro-Latino. I'm not particularly light skinned as everybody in that movie. But when I saw that controversy, like, there's not enough dark skinned people in the movie. This is bullshit. I know. To me, when I heard that, I was like, oh, you're mad they didn't cast you. That's what you're mad about.
Yeah.
They didn't reach out to you. Which is like, stop it.
And I was frustrated that no white people were cast to play those parts.
Right?
Yeah. There's just no white representation.
I'm like, what the fuck happened? I thought this was Hollywood, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I just think people are kind of like, the people that are concerned about that are just, they kind of want to be in the mix. They just want to be in the mix.
Attention. Opportunities, basically.
You want to be in the public eye and you want the attention. That's why it's called canceling. That's a show business term. Like, you get canceled. Like, you could just get, like, why is it a show business term that you get canceled? It's so weird to me that, like, you could excommunicate somebody, you could shut them the fuck up, but it's canceled. Like, we're canceling your show because we're also part of show business in my grandmother's basement. Like,
did it come out of like Trumpism in some way? Because, like, the whole "you're fired" and all this stuff, and it's those kind of terms like just get applied to like everything. So I don't know.
Did it come from him? I mean, no,
I don't know.
His era, right?
Right. Yeah. It came out of that whole time when everyone has to like come up with some cute catchphrase for everything. So
yeah,
the attitude has worsened since 2016. Most definitely, I think.
You think so?
I think so. It was there before that.
Which generation? I guess I'm curious. Which generation is like really latched onto it? Is it Gen Z? Is it millennials?
No, it's
is
the people
what?
who don't. This is going to be very harsh, and I'm very sorry to everybody who's listening. It's the people who don't have jobs. It is the people in their late 20s to like mid late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and
true.
I'm sure the 3 people that listen to this first episode, part 1 and 2, they're going to. Someone's going to tweet at me and say, I have a job and I'm very successful and I still find, I call out racism and I call out misogyny and I'm very great. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the majority of people who have nothing better to do than nitpick every little thing. Yeah. Some things you should call out, and I'm glad, but people will do that. You can trust the audience. It's like when you create a piece of art, trust the audience to tell you whether or not it was successful. You don't take away the person's ability to say it or do it in the first place. I'm off topic.
But that is
yelling at cloud now.
But there is a bajillion hours of entertainment, and something that's not in line with your value system should be okay to exist. It's Netflix recently. I think and I actually did read the first 2 paragraphs and not just the headline. Thank you very much. I'll take a Pulitzer now.
Oh, fine, Mr. Fucking knowledgeable, whatever. Making the rest of us feel bad.
Nerd
alert.
Look at this guy reading the articles.
Only like 2 or 3 paragraphs, and then it was just skim, and then
read the end. That's like
you read the end.
It's what they call academic reading. You think all these academics actually read every single book that they have to on their research list. No, you read like the intro, maybe, and the prologue, maybe, the epilogue, maybe, and then that's it. And then you can call it a book.
Sleeve?
That doesn't tell you anything.
But we could find out where someone lived with their wife and kids.
Yeah.
And if they have I love that people put in.
This is taking a turn. You read an article. This is how they started.
You read an article, Bret. Remember this.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I do hate when authors put that they have a pet in their bio.
Yeah.
No shots fired, Michelle, if you've done that. No,
and I wouldn't. It's the other thing.
Jill Zuckman resides in Vermont with her cat Snowflake.
With their 2 cats.
She's the one that's complaining the most on Twitter about all this nonsense.
Jill
She's the one, mother of 4 cats and 2
Mother of 4 cats and 2.
I'm shaking as I write this right now.
Very diverse rabbits.
Dude, very diverse rabbits.
Wait, I want to know what was in this article.
It was about how
Sense is killing me.
Hey, come on. We're all over the shop. It was about how Netflix told their employees basically a form of you can quit if you find content that you find offensive, and you're allowed to quit, right. But we are not going to not have that content. And I think that's a very fair perspective. And not that I'm one to typically be on the side of a corporate governance, but I do think that's a fair perspective. It's like not every piece of entertainment can cater to every single individual person's sense of taste. And think of even with our comedy, for what it's worth, there may well, when we get out there, hopefully we get it heard and get a bigger megaphone. But I would say that like if someone says they find something offensive, my feeling or perspective isn't like fuck you. Like I would go, that's okay. And not every piece of art do you need to find it offensive. I think our comedy isn't offensive because I think we executed it in a hopefully smart way and we know what we're making fun of, but some people can have lines and that's fine. That may well happen. And I'm not even a person who's like, screw you for not having the same sense of taste or decency as I do toward art.
I'm glad you brought that up because I did have one other question for you that's related to that. It's actually specifically what you said Netflix told its employees, right?
Yeah.
There is a line in everything that you probably shouldn't cross. Like if Netflix put a sitcom on about Nazis and they're just like hanging out and just being white supremacists, like that's probably not going to fly with anybody normal.
Yes, there is a sitcom that was made that I believe did not make it to air, or maybe had one episode, and it was a Hitler sitcom, and it was called Heil Honey, I'm Home. You can look it up. It is
sounds like my cup of tea.
No, but they might have tried to execute it. I kind of might sound hilarious for the record, but yet your point is obviously valid. There is certainly a line. Like, yeah, we on their network, they should not have Late Night with David Duke.
No, like, right.
It's Late Night with David Duke, featuring Arsenio Hall, Hilary Duff, and the Go-Go's.
I like that he got Arsenio. It's like,
yeah, I know.
Wow.
He's going to be mean to him.
Networks have put on, you guys don't remember this because you're not old enough, but unless I'm misremembering it, and it's a weird psychological thing, but I'm pretty sure this show existed on Fox for like 3 episodes. The Diary of, I'll have to Google it later. Google it if you're listening. But it was like a period thing, and there was like, it was like a, studio audience, sitcom type of thing. And there were like slaves hanging from trees in the background, and Abraham Lincoln was walking around. Everyone's like, ha ha. And I'm even then, like I was 11, 12 years old. I'm like, this is going to get canceled, and it should. And it did. And I'm going to look it up right now as you guys comment on that and other issues.
Wait, was it on Netflix?
No, it was on Fox in like the early 90s.
Oh.
Yeah, there's that one show that I think the creators of Game of Thrones were going to make about like what if it was basically a what if show, like what if the South had won and slavery was still around, I guess, in modern America. And, people weren't happy about that, but there's also like, hey, maybe it could be an interesting topic. It's just weird to like cancel it before you even see what it's going to be. And I don't know. I don't have an opinion kind of one way or the other. It's basically like, you gotta see where the execution is. I mean, that Hitler show is like, my problem with that show is just like, where do you go in season 2? You know what I mean?
No,
that's a sketch.
That's a sketch. Yeah.
I found it.
He starts selling meth. What?
Selling? No.
It is. I didn't make this up. It's called The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer. Fox.
I've heard this.
1998, actually.
The Secret
Not that long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a second to look that bad boy up. It was remarkable, and I'm shocked that the network put it on, but they did. So there's still, that's an extreme example, but there's always going to be little blind spots, from like when we see a new film announcement or a new TV show announcement, and we look at the concept, I'm like, what are they thinking? I'm not a fan of, again, quote unquote, canceling that show before it actually airs. I think you should digest the content, consume the content, and then make up your mind. Yeah. That's how it should be. It will never be like that because people are losers. I don't know.
No,
but that's how it should. That's how it technically should be. Even a show about Hitler. No, I'm going to take it back. I think that should actually be canceled before it hits the air. I don't need to consume it. I've already consumed the concept.
But then, I don't know if we need a Hitler sitcom beaming into living rooms across America once a week.
No.
But
a sketch.
It's sketch. But with comedy, it's like, you go to dark places. And I think that sometimes darker or dicier places, it's like a tightrope act. If the comedy is about sensitive stuff like ours is, certainly it's comedy about race. It's a very sensitive issue. I think we put ourselves on a higher tightrope. And I think if you execute that tightrope walk well, that's a better show than if the tightrope walk is 8 inches above the ground. And the rewards are greater for, I think the laughs can be bigger, truer, and more from the gut for comedy.
I don't think I told you guys really what I like best about Race the movie and soon Race the movie, the play.
My contributions go on.
I liked the white writer really nailed it.
I could tell.
I don't even know what your contributions are. I'm assuming all like the really controversial stuff was Cristian. Not so controversial stuff.
I don't know if it's still Bret in there, but there was a joke where Bret asked me, like, can I type the N-word in the script?
He mentioned that in the article that he wrote last year for Pipeline Artists. But my favorite part of the script is the fact that you made racism look stupid, right?
Because it is stupid.
Because it's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I understand how someone is raised and they become racist against certain people and cultures and stuff because they may not have grown up around that environment. Mm-hmm. But how do you get racist? How are you racist in New York or Los Angeles or anywhere that's not some small town where you're isolated, right?
Right.
But anyway, you made it seem dumb because it is dumb, and that was like what I thought was most effective. Like every racist person should see Race the movie and look at it. They're not going to be like, oh, now I'm even more racist because they used the N-word here and this character was racist just like me. No, the person who's racist in the story is a moron, you know? And it's like, do you want to be a jackass? Then be a jackass.
Yeah. Yeah. They're those characters who do say a bad word are the ones we root against. I mean, then we're being that bad word. And this is something we've had said constantly when we've been thinking about its inclusion is like, Cristian and I actually don't feel that strongly about a word like that needing to be in this. We really were not like, no, it has to, because our perspective was like, the thing we wrote is dumb. It's not a historical drama. It's not trying to reflect history. So there's no part of us that, you know, is like, we need to reflect the honesty of American language. Like, no, we have like flying cars and people use telegraphs like they're texting on a cell phone. Like, it's just stupid. So I don't know. Our responsibility was always to the comedy, and inclusion of dicey stuff is only because we think it serves the comedy and serves the story. That's not a bad reason.
That's the beauty of comedy. And that's why I think more people should be embracing stuff that they might initially think is controversial, because if it's controversial, it's opening up a discussion. And if it's opening up a discussion, maybe it's a discussion you should be having. The more you know.
The more you know. But discomfort is a good thing. And that's like discomfort, right. I would say can be a good thing. I would say, honestly, like it depends where the discomfort is stemming from.
Yeah. If you're the Austin comic who comes up and makes the Chinese gesture just because like, oh, I just thought it was funny. It's like, no, it's not, because there's no context to it.
Yeah. Right.
Chappelle has a bit in one of his specials and he makes a Asian joke.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say whether or not it lands or not. I will not make that subjective decision. In the moment, I thought it landed pretty well. Hey, let's edit that part out so we don't. We can keep it. It's fine. I don't fully admit that I thought it was a funny bit because he wasn't making fun of the person or the culture. He was making fun of a situation. And it's a very, very, very fine line in comedy, stand-up or written, right, to pull that off. So when it does get pulled off, I kind of tend to respect it a little bit more. That said, I understand everyone's interpretations of comedy is slightly different.
So, you know, we'll see if you respect us in a month and a half.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's sensitivity is different, and you can't cater to everyone. But the idea that like, because I don't like this, it shouldn't exist is completely wrong. Just because, like, I quote our friend Nick Whitmer again. It's like, he always says, it's like offensive comedy is like spicy food. Like, if you don't like spicy food, don't eat it. Don't go to a spicy restaurant. And also don't try to close down spicy restaurants because you don't like it. Like, that's insane narcissism.
Unless it's hurting people in some way, which spicy restaurants actually are. Never mind. That's a bad
crazy.
They only are GI tract.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's interesting. So you said like narcissism. So it's like cancel culture. Is that some weird form of narcissism or some weird expression of it? Because you're saying like, okay, well, if something is making you uncomfortable, then you're going to cancel it, right? I mean, like Trump would not accept Biden's election, and so he just wanted to cancel that, right?
Yeah.
So is that essentially what cancel culture is? Is just like the narcissist coming out and saying
it could be. I mean, just expressing your disapproval of something isn't inherently wrong, but it's just that extra step of like, all right, now
we have to eradicate.
I'm writing to your employer in order to make sure you can't work anymore. And I think everybody else should too. I think that's weird. That's where it gets weird.
Telling someone they're bad or they're worse is a form of like, how can you build yourself up? Well, you cut others down, you technically build yourself up. And this was a joke that got cut because this sequence got cut from our story in a way earlier draft. Our first draft of Race the Movie was 141 pages. That is too long.
It's an epic
Space
2
opera.
parts. Yeah.
It was a gag that got cut, and it was a audience was watching. We have in that version, there's a founding father musical that one character wrote, and it's called Franklin. And the audience was watching Franklin, the liberal audience, and the way that they clapped, we would cut to the crowd, and the way that they clapped, you heard the noise, and the clapping was all of them patting their back. Make a sound. That was how they clapped, was patting their back. And I like that gag, but it did not make it. Our play is kind of the anti-Hamilton, if you want to know the truth.
I like that.
And that it's not going to make liberals feel all warm and fuzzy inside all the time. And I think that's okay. That doesn't mean it's a conservative comedy because
most definitely not.
I mean, it's not. I mean, but there, it's impossible to please everybody. There's going to be liberals that go, "This is racist and offensive, and this is not okay." And then there's going to be conservatives like, "This is liberal trash, CRT, fucking." Yeah.
Well,
whatever.
It can't be both, y'all. So
exactly. So. It's fine. I think people can digest it and will understand it. I feel like most people are kind of like, I don't really want to have the argument, but a lot of this stuff I see is it's a little too much, all the sensitivities. It's a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah. But Bret, you said earlier, you don't like to talk in sides. You don't see sides. Do you see color though?
No, I'm such a noble person that I don't. Thank you for asking, Michelle.
You're welcome. I just thought, you being the white goody two shoes here.
No, yeah. And because I don't see color, you seem like a very nice white woman.
I feel white. Does that help? Okay.
That's a hilarious question. Cristian, do you see color?
White
every day. No, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just don't. I always think it's best to like the racism will end when we don't care anymore.
That's right.
When we don't notice at all. And that's where we're trying to get to. But I mean, it's really just an awkward. It really is. I mean, we were talking about the weirdness of diversity, but you got to do it because, my kid's 11 months old. When he grows up, there'll always be, they're making a black Superman movie in a few years or whatever. Like, Spider-Man will probably be black, and like it's just not even he's not even gonna know that was unique at one point. So it is what it is, and we're just slowly getting there. But it's awkward and it's uncomfortable for now.
Yeah. To revisit what I had said before too, I don't have a solution on how to diversify.
Well, then what are we talking about?
We're supposed to have answers or nothing. The end.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I have cause to get offended now. So, Matt, did you pick me because I'm not white and I'm getting the right co-host to start?
No.
Wow.
Cancel Matt. Hashtag.
No, you're absolutely right. Actually, that is 100% the reason.
Oh,
well, I will say this, not because you're a woman of color. By the way, I hate the term.
God,
color.
Can we please stop saying that?
Yeah, people of color is awful.
People of color are the worst, man.
I said it yesterday.
That's a funny way to say.
It's like what?
Yeah, I almost said I hate people of color, which is like I meant,
People of color.
you're like, what, Brett? No, I know what you mean. The term people of color is such a
it monoliths people. It's like
it does
saying white people. Brett and I, or I guess we're both white. We probably have less in common than Michelle and I do. You know what I mean? It's there's no white culture. If you think there's white culture, you're a white supremacist, right?
Or you're a black teenager being hilarious on the internet. But
yeah, getting them viral tweets. To answer Michelle's question, I did not decide to be her co-host.
Okay, now I can tell you're getting sensitive, Matt. You don't.
Yeah,
I was totally joking. 100%.
The man doth protest too much.
Yeah, but how do we know Michelle wasn't trying to ride the coattails of a powerful white man?
Oh my God! Yes. I've been discovered.
She's
leave that
bro.
slam in. Let me do it again just so you have it.
Yeah.
I didn't pick you because you were a woman, though. I gotta be honest. I didn't want to do a podcast to begin with. But
Joke's on you because I'm just kidding.
Michelle stands. No, definitely cut that part out. No, I didn't want to. I don't get along well with men. Is the real answer.
Oh, that's funny. I don't get along well with women. This is a perfect match. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Listen, I get along great with dudes and mainly men. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I mean, we're working on it.
Nice.
Well, hey, this has been great, you guys.
Yeah.
We had a lovely conversation today.
That was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Lively banter.
It was.
I would say.
We will be splitting this if you're listening to this right now. This is part 2. Thank you for listening to
part 2.
Yes. Yo, maybe you could, and then at a later date, release it as 1 and call it the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. With extra parts, with all the stuff you said to cut.
I'm not cutting all that stuff.
Yeah, how the arts were won, uncut, uncensored, unfiltered.
It'll be black and white.
Tape around our mouths.
With the little censor thing over the logo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the most annoying thing. And you guys are really in the industry, so you don't have to talk about this. You don't have to comment. But that was the most annoying thing about the Snyder Cut when he released it in black and white. I was like, shut up.
Oh my God, I know
that. Like, that's such a, he's just trying to be like artistic, which is so, and doing it in black and white just showcases how shallow that is. Cause it's not like, cause if you had a great artistic idea, you go, I have a great idea that it should be in black and white because this reason, that reason. He just went like, okay, what do art movies do? Black and white. Let's do that, baby. Like, fucking dumb. He sucks.
I know. Yeah. And also because I value my kids' opinion so much, all 3 of them, they refuse to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are superhero like junkies just because, because it's fun. Yeah. Right. And so like, every Avengers movie we've seen it like, I don't know, 3-4 times, something like that. For fun. But yeah, I was like, hey guys, we should totally try out Justice League. My son and my older daughter, like they look at the time running length and they're like, oh no. They're like, we're not doing this, Mom.
Well, we'll send
are you sure we could split it in 2? And they're like, no.
Well, on the next episode, Zack Snyder will be here.
to talk about his award-winning black and white film.
You really leveled up on the guest, though. I'll tell you that.
No. That's not how I see it.
That's very sweet.
I didn't see any of these movies, so I'm out of the loop anyway.
That's okay.
I just watched Woody Allen's Manhattan.
How could you?
One of the greatest directors of all time who has no controversy whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Especially not with that movie.
No, not that movie.
Actually, I just saw The Martian for the first time. It took me a long time, obviously, but I saw The Martian and I was like, you know what? They actually did a good job. That's just...
Matt Damon?
Yeah. And I would never say that about most movies, but they actually did a pretty good job. There was good humor, and was super
If you
important.
see our play, if we send you a recording of it, can we use a pull quote of you saying that?
Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They actually did a pretty good job.
They actually did a pretty not awful
Oh, I thought you meant a pull quote of like Michelle Daniels says about The Martian.
I watched The Martian. It was pretty good. That's actually a great.
So funny.
That's actually
That's a
better.
great bit.
You can have that one. That one's free.
Michelle Daniel on The Martian. On a different movie. Oh, that's so funny.
The Martian,
so
the movie,
funny.
the play. Yeah. Live.
That's a very good cold take to end on. In a podcast of probably many hot takes. I don't think we said anything controversial, and we will not be cutting out any of it, except to trim it to 2 parts.
Hell yes.
Good deal. Gentlemen.
Nothing controversial. Climate change is a lie. Thank you so much for having us.
And there.
Don't you love when you say
that is 100% going to be the end cut.
Yeah.
When you,
Yeah.
You're
sitting there.
You're like, I went there to say something, and then I didn't even get the. So anyway.
Well, don't worry. I'll throw in a shoe or something like that.
No.
I'll
Oh God, that's so
or
much
crickets.
worse.
Crickets.
No, leave.
You want
guys.
crickets?
No,
Do you want the baby crying?
I
Do
want
the
it
baby
uncensored and uncut.
Fine.
I want people to know I'm
The
rough.
raw.
The raw, unfiltered, unfunny.
Bret Raybould, raw.